What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So Terra Luna Classic, right? It's making a move today, because the entire market is kind of up. The overall market is up 13%. Terra Luna Classic is making a move up 11%. So I wanted to go through an update of where Terra Luna Classic is and mainly focus on the fact that we need the 1.2%. And we're going to have a new proposal that's coming. I want to talk about the proposal that is here and why people are really voting against it, and then really have a discussion on what we need to do in order to burn down this supply, because that's where we should be standing. And it's so difficult to take all of this and try and do it yourself. So we need the community to kind of back this thing and really, live with what we are planning to do, or what I'm planning to do, I guess. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. I have my Twitter account. I have my Patreon down below as well. But let's skip all the rest of that and let's just dive into Terra Luna Classic. Currently at 0.0001348, up about 11%, exactly 11% right now. We see it at a high today of 1352, a low of 1210. And you see the market cap that is at a lower than $1 billion market cap, at about an $800 billion market cap, fully diluted, less than $1 billion as well. Volume is up by 139%, up to $115 million, which I'll get back to that in a little bit. A circulating supply, max supply, still seeing it in the trillions, right? Not really much that's burning off there. You do see billions that's burning off, but we need to see more than that. Thousands of billions in order to burn off trillions, obviously. So I said I'll get back to the volume. Volume is probably one of the most important pieces that we want to see here, right? Because when we first implemented the 1.2%, that 1.2% was burning off a decent amount of volume. Yes, you did see, volume kind of decrease a little bit because everybody staked what they wanted to stake. People were trading on Binance Convert, all of that stuff. So a lot of people argued that 1.2% was too high, then we would see the volume come back. Well, understand that we still at a 0.2%. It's still a tax that CEXs are not offering. So volume really didn't change. They ended up changing that, right? And we still see CEX volume, as you can see right here, $210,000 out of the $115 million. That is nothing, right? So no matter what we're doing, we're burning off a small amount every single day. Now, that's not to say we're not burning off anything, right? The burn tax has burned off 15.13 million dollars, or sorry, not $1 million, billion coins, 15.13 billion coins. And that's close to where the Binance burn tax is, or Binance burn fee is, which is 28.9 billion. Obviously, they're kind of running away with it because Binance has a little bit more volume that flows through there than what's happening on chain. Now, you do have on-chain volume that's also flowing through Binance, but it's a very small amount, as they do have Binance Convert, to where you can basically have, feeless, feeless purchases or feeless swaps. So anyways, the burn tax, in my opinion, is going to be the only way that we see a massive amount burn off. Now, there are other methods when it comes to, re-enabling the algorithm and having the repeg, couldn't think of the name, the repeg and everything, and also businesses and stuff like that that could create a decent amount of burns. But as far as I understand, and a lot of other people understand, the burn tax will do so much more damage if we could find a way to implement it not only on chain, but also off chain. And that's what we've been arguing for. But every time that we argue for it, it's always to where we're like, we have the 1.2%. Let's do it for this reason. Let's go ahead and get it on exchanges and off chain transactions, because of why? There's no reason behind it. There's no plan behind it. It's just to do it. And I mentioned this in my live stream, that it seems like the reason why they're not choosing to implement it on chain, off chain and on these exchanges, is because, one, they don't want to dilute their own position and decrease what they have to increase everybody else's holdings. And two, we don't have a plan. right? We don't have a plan on what's going to be done, right? It seems like we're just throwing things out willy-nilly. Oh, 1%, 1.2%. It should be half of that. It should be, 20% of that. It should be 0.2%. We're just throwing out numbers, not to have any type of plan on what we're going to do. So this is why I say that we should have a different proposal. Now, there is already a proposal out there that ends in 2 days to increase the burn tax. Right here, which is 1.2% to increase the burn tax, and 19% say yes. You still have 42% that say no. And the reason why I believe that this is being kind of denied is because it does not have a full plan as to what's going to happen. The burn, I think, will benefit us in a big way, right? Seeing a 1.2% burn, on chain as well as off chain, or whatever the burn ends up being off chain. Even if they want to decrease the burn to 0.5% or 0.6% and have 1.2% over on chain, it doesn't matter. I would love to see 1.2% because then it gets it done faster. But I think with this, we need a plan. Now, does increasing the burn tax, just to kind of clarify this, does increasing the burn tax affect what we can do utility wise? No, it doesn't. You can build utility, you can do whatever you want. You'll have the transactions. As more transactions go through, yes, you will have the burn tax. So it may limit some profit that goes through. Is that a price we're willing to pay to restore the chain? We should be. But it seems like some people don't want to pay that. And they'd rather, collect every single bit of profit that they can, and, push a lot of validators to kind of do the same. So this right here that's on the screen, this will not work. I voted yes because I want to see the burn tax increase, but this will not work. You need a full plan. And that's what I plan on building. And I'm going to do it with the help of somebody, whether it's, another YouTuber, somebody that's better with writing than me, or it's just another person that's a part of the Luna community. I really do want to make sure that we have support and have a full plan to what we're going to do with the 1.2%. Examples would be, we go to some of these exchanges with this plan that states we have a 1.2% that we want to implement. We're not asking because we want to just gain a ton of profit out of it, right? We're asking because we want to restore the chain, understanding how you restore the chain, different steps to restore the chain, and at what levels you decide to do that. What you plan on doing in order to get USTC back to a certain level after you have all of those burns that happen for Terra Luna Classic. When you decide to take away the burn tax overall, just a bunch of different things that give them a reason as to why they should implement this tax for Terra Luna Classic and Terra Luna Classic alone, as well as show them what type of profit they would end up seeing and where they would stand, allocation wise, where they would stand, in what they are holding, right? The coin distribution. If you have 30% right now, will you have 30% later? The plan is to have 30% later. Yes, you will see the same amount of volume across the board as long as all exchanges agree. And I feel like we need that. Would this take away from any utility as we focus on this? No, because once you implement the burn tax, on chain, it is a set it and forget it type of thing. You set it, you see the burn tax, it's burning consistently. You're not going to see a decrease or, rapid decrease in volume. You may end up seeing increases as people that believe in it and want to trade on chain. Maybe with the on ramp that happens on station, you also see more volume that happens there. But the point is that we need to take CEX volume and DEX volume and go, okay, a burn tax is implemented on both of those. I would love 1.2. I would love 1%, at least 1% everywhere. So that's my opinion. I do plan on building this, and we're gonna talk about it, have a chat about it, have multiple discussions about it before we end up putting this thing to a live setting. But I want to have a plan. If we don't have a plan, then they're not going to implement anything. If we're just doing it because we're like, hey, do this 1.2% burn tax now, that's not going to work. The honest truth is that right now, exchanges hold all the power and we need their help. From the chain's perspective, We need their help. And if you guys can do this or set a trial period for a month, and if this works, then we continue until we get to a certain period. And yes, people will sell. Understand that people will sell their position, but that's not going to hurt it. The overall cause is the plan is to get us back to a level to where now we can repeg. And when we repeg, the sky's the limit from there. If you can get to a point where you have a billion coins that are left, and say a billion coins over here in USTC, or have the same amount and just recover everything, right? Just add more as you are minting over here, and then burning as you're still burning. You're still trying to figure all that stuff out. Then the sky's the limit from $1 up to 120. So are people going to sell right away? No, it will take months and months and months as people are selling and getting back in, finding different spots, treating it as an investment, as well as restoring the chain in the process. So there's a lot that goes into this. There's way more than just saying, hey, implement the 1.2%. We need exchanges, and we need to ask them to help us out. From the people that are, supporting the chain, the L1 task force, anybody that's in a decision-making seat, I feel like we should be having discussions with those higher ups of these exchanges and saying, look, as the leader of this chain or leaders of this chain, we need your help. And that's all we're asking for, is a little bit of help. And if things don't work, we'll go back to where it's supposed to go. But I'm telling you, we will be able to burn a hell of a lot if we can see $117 million and 1% of that go towards the burn. $1 million, 1.7, 1.1, $1.17 million can go through that. And we can end up burning a lot per day. Instead of burning billions every 3 months, we can burn billions per day and get us to a level to where we feel very comfortable with where Terra Luna Classic can go. But this is where we should have stood from the beginning and say, look, we need to recover the chain. This is what we plan to do. This is the overall plan for the next 5 years, 10 years. We need to outline this. And exchanges will see it and they'll go, okay, now we're talking. We're not talking about just profiting. We're talking about an actual plan. So let's get it done. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to share this to everybody, feel free to do it. We are going to create something, whether it's just me or we have a group, we have a team of people that come up with this. Because as everybody else on YouTube will say, Terra Luna Classic to $1, Terra Luna Classic to all-time highs, Terra Luna Classic to this, Terra Luna Classic to that. It's not about that. Yes, it may be about that for majority of people that are watching this, and that's okay. But honestly, the way that we get there is by restoring the chain, and people feel comfortable with what they have, and we do so much more for this community than just Terra Luna Classic to $1. Guys, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.